Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Filter After Dark Edition with Miss Ashley over here. How are you?
Hello. Just quite lovely today. Quite lovely.
It's not like I just didn't see her, but it's fine. Saw each other multiple times last week and then today.
What a treat for us.
So we have another fun episode with you. Notice the amount of random, like I have water.
So many beverages.
I know. I have coffee and we're going to open some wine. Why not add to it, right? Ashley brought the wine this time because she's so good at remembering because I suck.
No. Today's wine, you want to jump into it?
Yeah.
Okay. It is from Daniel's Vineyard. If you are a local here in Indianapolis, you know that it is a cute, adorable spot.
We love Daniel's Vineyard.
Love it. They have live music, good concerts all the time, and they have karaoke on Friday nights. So, this is going to be a rosé. It should have been chilled, but I did not get to chilling it. But that's okay. Rosés can be a little bit dry. They can be a little bit sweet. It just kind of depends.
I know. I feel like with rosés, you got to find like the right combination of both to really like it.
Yes. Some rosés I love. Some I'm like, whoo, it's very sweet.
That's more sweet. I
Smells
feel like.
more sweet?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've tried it, but
like
I can't.
Moscato-y kind of.
Oh,
maybe. That's definitely sweet. That is not dry.
That's a sweet one. Yeah. That's a sweet one. That's a sweet one. Yeah. But it's good. If I had to drink sweet, that's what I would drink because I don't know, the rosé gives it a little tart. But yeah, that's
I do. Yeah, I agree. It's so funny because now that I've been, have been like on my red wine kick.
Yeah.
Now that I have been drinking so much red wine, like before, it was always. Let me have a glass of Moscato. Now those are so sweet for me that I just like my stomach hurts and it just doesn't taste right.
The mere smell of Moscato now.
Yeah. That's negative for you?
Yeah, it's a hard negative for me. And I used to I could put a straw in a Moscato bottle and drink the whole thing. No problem. Now I think I'd have a sip and I might
seriously, really?
I could put it back.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, but it's juice. And I swear
it does taste like juice.
The alcohol content had to be like 4%. There's no way. Because never on Moscato did I ever even feel anything.
Yeah, that's so true.
I'm so glad we've grown past our Moscato stages.
I know.
Look at us.
I mean, can you still believe I actually love like Malbecs? Like that's insane.
No. Every time you remind me like red wine, I just get this little flicker of joy in my heart.
Ashley for years has been trying to get me aboard the red wine bus and get off the tequila bus.
I'm just such a better person when I'm drinking red wine than like a hard alcohol. I just can't handle hard alcohol anymore.
Wait. You just said you're a better person.
When I'm drinking red wine as opposed to if I jump into like tequila or something.
Ashley come out with tequila?
Yeah, she's done retired. She tries to peep her head out every now and then. And I'm like, no, honey, go back to the grave. Okay. All right. You can handle the couple margaritas here and there, but in margaritas, we have to draw a line of healthy balance.
Awesome. We'll know that moving forward. No more tequila for us. We're going to try and take a little bit of a tequila break, I think.
I think we're just coming into our mature era.
There was this one reel I shared with Ashley. It was hilarious. And it was a reel of these girls. And I can't remember specifically what the verbiage said or the caption, but it was like them out to dinner trying to
trying to not go to the club and they're
shaking with their wine glasses. Like, we're not going.
I think we could survive a dinner and not have the shakes. I think so. We're at a good pace of life.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Look at us.
All right. Well, we shall get into all the things. I'm going to share my Audacity story first, and all of my things are located on Ashley's phone because my phone is currently in use. This one, I found it to be hilarious because to me, I'm like the audacity of this man to think that what he put on his dating profile is okay. We're not even talking about the looks, okay? We're just talking about what he says. So this is, I'm not going to say his real name. I would say this is Bob.
How old is he?
Bob is 38.
Okay. Too old to be talking like this.
Yes. Okay. So he says, looking for friendship, long-term relationship. Okay. That's weird. It's literally one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't have kids. And it says, if your job or your kids come first, don't talk to me. Hello, I am unemployed, disabled man, PS5 gamer. Most of my free time is spent playing video games. And he puts Dungeons and Dragons. I have pets, a cat and a dog, and they are the only children I will ever have. And he capitalized only. So he's serious about this. So I'm looking for a female with the same interests and a friendship, then long-term relationship mindset. Also, men do not exist to take care of women. I will not be your sugar daddy. I have no money.
You can't or you won't. You won't or you can't.
It just said I will not.
So he
won't.
can't.
Yeah, well, he won't and he can't. Both.
Because he has no money. He
Yeah.
said that.
And the picture is how would you describe this picture, Ashley?
I don't want to.
It's not aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
He just looks
right?
like he has not. He looks like he plays. I don't know. I don't. I think his profile.
Trying not to like put yourself in a hole right now.
And honestly, his profile is so rude.
So rude. That's why I was like
hard
the audacity.
To find. Yeah, it's hard to find. Like, you know how it's like someone has a good personality, and then like you can become more attracted. That is so rude.
It's the worst. It's so bad.
How dare you put your kids and your finances as something important in your life? Why not just play Dungeons and Dragons all day? Listen, if I could sit all day and watch Vampire Diaries, I would. But unfortunately, I have to work and make money.
I know.
Because Bob's not going to support us. He clarified that.
I just can't believe, like, you know, obviously I've been on dating profiles. You're on a dating profile right now. And you know, we read these
my gosh.
profiles. And so to come across one that says that, it is like, who do you think you're going to get that's going to like your photo if you're coming out and saying all this stuff?
He's not going to have anyone who has kids, no one who wants kids, no one who works like any type of job that they're like excited about.
Yeah.
Like what? And as an adult, I think all of us have had to cancel a date at one time or another because a meeting ran late. Something came up with work. And it sucks, but that's called being an adult.
Exactly. It happens. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that to me, that was like the audacity of this man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my story.
Okay. Well, mine is, let me start with this. Have you ever been stood up on a date?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you about mine. The time I was.
Okay.
So this man and I had been talking for a while, and he was like a very communicative. I think we were going back and forth. This was a couple years ago, so some of the details are a little fuzzy because, you know, memory. But we were getting ready to go out on our first date, and he got really quiet that day. And I was like, okay, that's really weird. And so I text him around noon. And normally, like, I don't. If you don't text me confirming the date that morning, like, sometimes I get weird about it. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to text him. I've enjoyed our conversation. And he was like, no, oh my gosh, I have to reschedule the date. And I was like, no problem. And he's like, something with work came up. And I was like, okay. And he's like, but let's reschedule to this day. He's like, I promise I'll be there. So that day we're getting ready. I heard from him a little bit in the morning. He was saying how he was excited to see me. He got a little quiet in the afternoon. And again, normally I think maybe this is why now. I won't even start getting ready if I feel like this is going to crash and burn.
Right.
So I get all the way ready. I drive downtown. And he goes mute. And so I'm waiting I think I even texted him, I'm on my way downtown. I get there, I sit in, I park, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go in yet. Today, Ashley would go in. I would buy myself my own drink. I would have a good time.
Yeah.
But back then, I was in a little bit of an insecure stage. Anyways, so I'm texting him, and I was like, hey, are you here? I said, no. I said, hey, I'm going to run a few minutes late. I wasn't. I was already there. I was there early because I wanted to see what he was going to say. Like, oh, I already have a table, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, yeah, me too. Actually, I'm not going to be able to make it. And I was like, what? He's like, I'm so sorry. A work dinner went late. First of all, if you've ever been at a work dinner, why in the world would you schedule a date right after it? They never end on time. And if you have clients especially, you're whining and dining, you're giving them your full attention, you're not on your phone, you're not paying attention to the time. The only thing you're paying attention to is having a good relationship and making the sale.
Yeah.
So I get it, but like, why would you do that? And then if I never texted you, would you have let me walk in that bar, sit there and wait for you, and just never say anything? So that was my audacity story. Not only did he stand me up, but I had to ask if he was coming. And then he's just like, yeah, sorry. And I was like, yeah, I don't ever try to reschedule a date with me.
Oh my gosh. At least yours responded.
True.
Mine unmatched me and blocked me. I didn't even, and the same thing. I sat in the parking lot because I thought the communication was slowly like the day of. It wasn't as like fast and furious as it was. And I thought
it was still there.
Yeah. And I thought it was kind of weird. And then like I texted and said the same thing. Hey, I'll be there in a few minutes. And I had parked and I got nothing. And I was like, that's really weird. And it just dawned on me. Let me go into my dating profile. Unmatched me. Then I went to go try and text him again. And then I was blocked. And that's when I knew.
Well, I don't get it.
I don't understand. Why would you just do that though? Like,
tell me you changed your mind.
Exactly.
Tell me you got busy. Tell me you're not interested. What? Why make us get ready? That's my whole thing. You can cancel the date, and honestly, I'll probably be happy.
Yeah, same.
Do not make me put my makeup on.
Thank you.
Do not make me put it on.
It's a thing for us to like have to get ready. We stress about getting ready on a day-to-day basis.
Let alone when a man is involved.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that. So if you're going to cancel on a date, do it in a decent time.
Yeah. Right. That's ridiculous. Crazy, I swear. That's so funny that we have a similar story too.
Probably the same guy.
So did he ever try to contact you after that?
No.
Okay.
I ran into him once at a restaurant later
and
I kind of yelled at him. He was like, I know, I'm sorry. That was like really bad of me. And I was like, and?
Wow. Yeah. What a jerk.
Indy's too small to be doing that.
Literally, because you bump into everybody.
Everyone. Yeah.
We have, I have a boyfriend. We have bumped into a specific person multiple times around the city.
Ugh. Why does it always happen like that?
And surprisingly, I thought it'd be on my end. It's on his end. And I was like, how is that possible? It's just kind of crazy. But it just shows you how Indy is not that big.
Yeah.
And you can very much so run into the same people in different places all the time.
100%. 100%.
So yeah, Indy, watch out.
You swear.
All right, off to the DMs of the week. Ashley said, though, hers was a good one this week.
Yeah, I thought I would change it up a little bit and show a guy who is actually clever. So this guy saw my Instagram. If you're not familiar with my Instagram, it's a lot of fashion. It's a lot of styling. It's about finding your own personal style. So I share a lot of clothes. And he said, hey, I love the outfits. Which one will you wear on our first date? And I thought, oh my gosh.
That's clever.
Did it get him the date? No. But it was
A for effort.
Yes, That's for good. Effort. It was very cute. It was very clever. He took a minute to like find something out about me that it was important to me, and then he made it catchy. So I would say that's probably one of the better times someone has ever slid in my DMs. And if it would have been someone, and here's the thing too. If you're going to slide in a girl's DMs and you're actually interested in like wanting to give, you're going to have to unprivate your profile for a minute.
Well, yeah, because we want to see what you're all about, and we can't do that if you have a private profile.
This big of a profile and you have sunglasses on, and I'm
we can't
just
see
like,
you.
Okay, come on. And to me, I'm like, there's so much catfishing these days. If I don't think your profile is real, I won't even respond though, because been there, done that, had that happen. So I'm like, not going to do that again.
I've had guys in my DMs ask me for me to take them out dancing or give them dance lessons.
Okay,
that's
clever.
Their thing. And I was like, okay, you looked at my profile.
You actually took a moment.
Yes, but thank you for the DM, but no.
Thank you, but no.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was good. I like
the effort though.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here's mine, which it's not mine. Okay, this came from somebody else, but I thought that this was hilarious. So this is the guy saying, it's not really fair how beautiful you are. I would test your birth control all night. Give me your number. And then the girl says, what in the Sam hell? I'm not getting back on Club Penguin, which I don't know. I don't know what
is that.
What's Club Penguin? Oh no. Did I say something I wasn't supposed to say?
No, I'm wondering if that's is the girl, does she like guys or girls now? I don't know. I'm trying to understand.
I don't understand either. Google Club Penguin. We're going to figure this out. I just thought I was like, just like the whole birth control thing. Like, what? You want to test someone's birth control? That I've never heard somebody say something like that before. Like, that is insane. Why would you use that as a DM or a pickup line to somebody that actually is going to get you something? No.
There's nothing coming up about
There's
it. Not
nothing
even
coming
in
up about
slang.
Really?
Yeah.
If somebody knows what Club Penguin is, please let us know.
Yeah. I assumed she was trying to say the other P word that only boys have,
okay.
and that she was maybe no longer interested. But look at me, like I'm really stretching. I just want to feel cool enough to know what coupling.
But why are you like talking like you're 5 and you're not saying the word penis?
I know.
She's like the other word that starts with a P.
Okay, penis.
We're all adults. We all have different body parts.
I don't know why I just got weird about that. I'm crying now.
It's okay. I don't normally say the V word. I say toto because that's what it is in Spanish. And Puerto Rican say toto. So okay.
Oh, okay.
Dear. All right. So fun times.
Great.
All right.
Great.
You have a viral story. We're off to the viral stories.
Yes.
We're knocking them out today.
As per norm, I'm back at Reddit. We're back at Reddit.
Of course, we love Reddit.
I liked this one because I think it could be a good spur of conversation. So this one is, I'm 41 and got dumped. It's not going well. I'm 41 and my girlfriend, 39 of 5 years, broke up with me suddenly 3 weeks ago. She said she doesn't think we're in love and needs time alone. Up until this happened, she's always bragging about how I'm a good guy and how I'm genuinely a nice guy. But it's becoming more and more obvious that she's not coming back. It's been a real struggle that has forced me into tears several times. Keeping my distance and respecting her space has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Everyone's advice is just focus on yourself or move on or work on making yourself better. Those words mean nothing to me at this point. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do to improve. I go to the gym several times a week since the breakup. I've dropped 20 pounds. I have a pretty good job. What have you guys done after a breakup to get over it? What does, quote, focusing on yourself really entail? I'm alone all the time. Please help because nothing I do seems to help my broken heart.
Oh my
Thanks
God,
in
that's
advance.
So sad.
That is so sad.
That's horrible.
Breakups suck.
And they really suck when you're over 40.
Yes, because you're in that age where like you think you can marry someone, you think this is it, you think you're done with the dating pool.
Right.
And then especially after 5 years and not expect it.
Wow. That's crazy. And if it comes out of the blue,
yeah.
I think if you were in that situation, I think you do really have to take a look at yourself and be like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And it sucks to have to be, you know, in your 40s and starting all over after dating somebody for 5 years. I mean, I started all over after, you know, being married for so long, and I started over in my mid 30s, but it's taken me this long to actually like get to know who I am as a person and the person that I want. And so I think like if I was this age now, because I'm 42 now, and if I was in a very super serious relationship that was with somebody for like 4 or 5 years, and then the same thing happened to me, I think I would be totally same thing. I would be totally devastated.
Yeah.
I've been devastated when like talking stages stop from people. Just because I think for women who are a little bit older, I think we see you kind of start to, you know, you're at that stage where you're like, you know what, I'm looking to settle down. I'm not looking just to have a date or to have a friend.
Yeah.
You know, so then I think women look at dating differently when you're older. And so then you give your hopes up and thinking like, oh, this could be great. And then it's not. And then you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I got to start over.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
I feel like the best thing when you have a breakup is like, I don't know, for me, like my first breakup was my worst breakup because, you know, I didn't date much in high school, much in college. I didn't have my first serious boyfriend and fall in love until I was 28. Mm-hmm. So when we broke up, I spiraled. Oh my gosh, I spiraled because I had never experienced heartbreak before in like that manner. And for me, I think the biggest thing like coming out of that and I learned was like to watch my actions that I do and the things that I say when I'm coming off a broken heart, because you're going to eventually feel better. Eventually you're going to heal. Eventually you're going to move on. You're going to be stronger. I'm a better person because I went through heartbreak for me because I needed that push to grow.
Yeah.
But I still look back and I know regret, like some people are like, I don't have regrets. I do have regrets because there are things that I know I did that changed me in a way that I wish they hadn't, or opened something that I wish it hadn't. And so I don't know, I don't know the right words to help them heal from a breakup, but like watch the things you say, watch the things you do while your heart's broken, because you're not that same person. You're not you. You're this like angry, vulnerable, mad, sad. All of your emotions are heightened. And then some days you feel nothing, like nothing. So
the highs and lows are real when you're going through a breakup, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
And then not only that, but then I think like you feel like if that one big piece spiraled out, like everything else can easily spiral out of control as well around your life. So it's like, I think that's why I think most people say when you're going through a hard breakup, take some time for yourself, do a lot of self-care, all those things, because yes, you're so heightened on your emotions. Yeah. You could easily fall off the edge of the cliff when it comes to like, I don't know, you're having a conversation with a best friend, or maybe there's a project at work or something like that. And like all of a sudden, you know, now you're in an argument, or now you need to find a new job or something like that.
Yeah. Cause like when I was like that, and I went to a counselor at my church, and like it was the saving grace moment for me. Like one of those stories where we'll have to talk about it one day, but like God met me right where I was. He met me, this angry, bitter person, in a way that like only God could do. But I remember the counselor I was going to, she said, everything feels like more extreme. It's like putting salt on a wound because you're broken right now. Because like to your point, I was getting mad at everything. Nobody could do anything right in my life at that point, because I was so broken and so hurt. If you said one tiny thing, I'm like, oh, Jeanette doesn't like me anymore. She's going to leave too. Bye. And then I started just pushing people out. I'm like, oh, you're going to leave? Let me just close the door for you. So no, that's a good point, because we act in these ways that it's like, who was that girl? Who was she?
Just the many versions of ourselves that are now hidden.
That's just so true.
Hidden that they don't need to come out anymore, hopefully, because they're ugly.
You know that game where like the little like groundhog pops up and you have to like bang it back in? Yes. It's like, that's like when the old Ashley comes out, like, no. Get back in there.
That's like,
think about what you did. I swear. I swear. I swear.
Oh my gosh. It's so fun. Oh, this brings up, okay, this has nothing to do with it, but this is a question I've been wanting to ask you, because I had one, and I told her, I was like, I'm going to ask Ashley this on our next podcast. And this has to do more like going on a date and with like either like a physical appearance or something that just jived wrong. So have you ever been on a date with somebody, and maybe it's new, it's like the first date or second date, and then you notice something and you're like, whether it is their physical appearance or something, and then you're just like, oh, I cannot do this anymore. You are done. Yes. And it like all the way just goes away.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, my first one was somebody asked me out on a date. We talked for a little bit. I said, sure. We went, and I allowed him to pick me up because I had, it's weird, like we had reconnected. I knew him like a long, long time ago. And then I guess he found out I was single. And so I didn't have a problem with him coming to get me. Okay. So, but I hadn't seen him in years.
Yeah.
So there was two things. He was probably plus 20 pounds of the photo on the profile.
I
or not the profile, because I didn't meet him on the profile. We were already friends on Instagram, but he didn't have any updated photos.
Okay.
So that was one thing. And then I got in the car, and I don't know if this is bad. His fingers were so short and like stubby.
Like mine.
No, not like yours. Yours are cute. I kept looking at the steering wheel, and I was just like, and then we went to like a Japanese steakhouse thing, you know, so they're doing the whole hibachi stuff. So that's what we have for dinner. And I'm just looking at him eating because I cannot get over his fingers. I don't know what was with me. And from that moment on, I was like, this day is over. Get me home. Yeah. This is weird. I don't know what it was. But I had never, it was like when I just started dating again. So it's like I had just started to put myself out there. And
I think there's definitely things that we get that we can get the ick, fair or unfair. Guys can get them too. Yes, this is not one-sided.
Totally, 100%.
But I definitely think it is intensified if you're in like a certain phase of your life. Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So like mine that I was gonna say, one time I met a guy out. I was out with some friends one night. He's like, me too. Let me just say hi real quick. Because back then in our 20s, like we didn't want to meet up with guys without like, you know, getting the view of them first. I don't know why. and he had these smallest hands. And it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have small, short, stubby fingers.
I have small hands too.
I know. And people are like, Ashley, that's so mean. I know that if a guy sees my feet, he's going to get the ick. Okay. I know it. We all have things that will give guys ick.
Yeah.
Anyways, fast forward earlier last year, I went on a couple dates with a guy who had small hands. And it didn't give me the ick as bad.
Really?
I still was like, man, I wish your hands were bigger. Why? I don't know. But
did his hands look too feminine for you? Is that it?
I think it's like, this is so silly, but I think it's a masculine, like taking, and even though this guy was bigger than me, he was taller than me, he could probably bench press twice my body weight.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just kept thinking about his small hands. But our personalities click, we enjoyed ourselves. And then, so for this guy, I was able to like, okay, we're all right. My hands might be bigger than yours, but we're all right.
See, I still don't think that the small, short, stubby, I mean, this was ridiculously, like
my toes.
have I really looked at your toes?
I'll send you a picture.
Anyhow, I just thought I brought it up because I just couldn't remember me starting to date, and it probably was that season, and I was just like, and I was so fixated on the hands on the steering wheel. I was like, I can't do this. Do you think
the ick comes first and then we stop feeling a certain way about this man? Or do you think we're already not feeling a certain way about them and then the ick is what like seals it for us?
I think it can go both ways, honestly. I think an ick can come right away, or I think you can be kind of iffy on somebody and unsure, and then like they do something that you're like, yep, I knew it. Yeah, that was it. That was that last straw right there. So I think, it can go either way.
Would you ever want to know if you ever gave a guy the ick? I think I'd want to know.
I would want to know. Yeah, for sure.
If I've ever given you the ick, please feel free to let me know.
Well, I don't know. I've blocked mainly everybody that I think I've dated, so I don't know.
All
right. I just had to share that.
I like it.
All right, we're gonna get into a little topic here, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but Miss Ashley here, she goes by Fashionately Me. All right, well, Ashley, you have an amazing outfit on right now.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I know it looks different than just about 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? We don't pretend to be IT technicians.
No. And you know what? This is behind the filter and we're going to be authentic. And when we mess up, we're going to say we mess up.
We messed up.
I messed up specifically. That was me.
Jay's phone ran out of storage. We didn't know. So we were just talking to ourselves
for like 30 minutes.
And then we ended it. We're like, that was a great episode. So we're changing it up, and welcome to Ashley's bedroom.
We are doing the podcast, the rest of the podcast of Ashley's room, which is like actually perfect. It actually turned out, I thought, really great considering the topic of what we were talking about, because Ashley is a fashion influencer, is in the fashion industry. So, we have oh no, you are. What are you talking about?
You're right.
And so, she has all the nice, lovely clothes behind us. She dressed me today, which I always love because I always wear the same things constantly. So it's nice when your bestie knows what to wear.
Yes. I laughed when I was like, hey, I'll start dressing us for some of the episodes. And you're like, don't put me in florals. I was like, in what universe would I put you in a floral maxi dress? Okay.
I just slightly had some PTSD flashbacks when I was trying to be an influencer. Okay.
No.
And I would get clothes from boutiques, and some of the clothes I get, I would be like, what the F? Like, I don't wear that crap.
No. Think of me more as your stylist. I'm going to take your personality and match it with our sponsor.
It's just no florals.
Gosh. I was low-key offended. I was like, do you what?
Well, I'm just saying, sometimes, I know how sometimes boutiques, like they try to push some products on you, and they want to slip in an extra thing, and I'm gonna be like, no. I don't wear that.
I've been very lucky to work with very good boutiques that allows my personality to shine. There's been a couple where they've like, we'd love to work with you, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, your stuff is very cute, but it's not cute for me. And I have to say authentic to me.
Exactly.
Because if I posted a floral maxi dress, what would you say? You
What
must
are
have had
you
a high
wearing?
paycheck.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want that.
Zip. Your girl stays quiet because she's trying to get that bag. So,
Right.
all right. But also we have some wine.
I
Let's
love
bust
it.
it out. So we have a
Yes.
cab. This is actually it's from Iron and Sand. It is a vineyard out of California. I think the vineyard is called Paso Robles, and it is a dry red Cabernet, and has a little bit of a, you can taste the cherry flavor. I thought it was pretty full bodied is what they say. Are you
Fancy.
so proud of me?
I am. You are a whole new woman. I might have got a little dribble outside your glass.
Oh, that's okay. So
Do we need the towel back
Right,
from
yeah.
our spills? Just
wait, do we have that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're
or just
fine
rub it
now.
on the table
Nice
cloth.
table.
Yeah.
This is a way better tablecloth than I normally have for this table.
It's
so
very
thanks.
expensive. I think it's from the clearance section of Target.
Oh, really? Okay, so cheers.
All right, cheers. It's Friday night. Our dinner pour's a little bigger.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna have that bottle. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we should finish that. Ooh.
Right?
Oh,
Right?
Okay, this is
Let me tell you.
good.
It's so good. So good.
And it's like some cabs, like you kind of get that in the back of your throat. This
Yeah.
is smooth.
I know.
This is good. And I think when you sent it to me, I looked up the price. It's only $22.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very, like, for the taste of it, a very good price wine.
You know what? It's so funny too, because so I also I'm a Jill of all trades. So sometimes I like to do wine tastings, and so I did one today, and so that hence this is why we have this wine today. And so everybody, there was just a few people here today. It was a little bit of a slower day, but everybody who tried it was like, "This is so dry," and I was like, no, it's not.
I feel like it's dry, but not like dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't think it's over.
Dry.
I don't think it's overpowering at all. I think it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna easily finish this bottle.
I know. That's why I told you it's so good.
Okay, I love
Oh,
this.
the boyfriend texted.
Aw.
What did he say?
Boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Oh,
But-
he's home.
Already?
No,
In
no.
Indianapolis?
Well, not in
Oh,
Indy.
okay.
I think this is Chicago. I don't think he's
Aw.
come back. Cute. He's probably so happy to
Sweet.
see the doggy.
No.
Okay, sorry. I just had to digress.
Had a
on that.
moment.
We had a moment.
So
So the topic that we were talking about that was so great that we didn't get to record. So now all of you guys get to see it.
yes.
And I also love the fact that nobody's watching us on YouTube.
I'm also so overstimulated. I see myself there. I see myself there. I see myself there. I'm
We
like,
got 3
oh my God.
cameras going right now. It's slightly insane. But I just thought, ever since I met Ashley, we actually met on social media, and we were doing the blogging and the influencing thing. And so I always noticed like she just had this knack for fashion. And so for me, I never did. So I was just like, where did you get like your background from in terms of you loving fashion so much? And I know you had what you said before I thought was funny. You had like your little story when you were a kid.
Yes.
You have to repeat that for everybody.
It's so funny too, because when I look at myself, I don't think I'm this like crazy fashion person, but I've always loved style. And I think as long as I can remember, and I think it's been a way where when I was younger, growing up, I was a little bit thicker, and it was my way of feeling more confident. Like we grew up in the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
Being any type of curve was not in. It was like you were self-conscious about it. So styling my body was a way that I could take control over that. But I'll never forget, you were like, when did you first love fashion? I was like, let me think about this. I had to be around 10, maybe 7 to 10. And my mama, I love her to pieces, but she bought me this dress that was hideous, and it was an Easter Sunday dress. And the thing about
wait, but how describe hideous? Like what made you think it was hideous?
like Laura Ingalls would have worn it on Little House on the Prairie.
Oh,
A sister wife would have dressed their kid in it. And I don't mean that disrespectful, but it was very
yeah, I feel you.
okay.
Felt yes.
Um
Yikes.
And even at this young age, I was like, I'm not wearing this. And if you grew up in the church, you kind of understand Easter Sunday, you get a new dress. It is the best of the best dress. And we all went there like every year. My mom and I would go shopping for my Easter Sunday dress. Okay. I got to go. We didn't have a ton of money, but I got to have a new Easter Sunday dress and I got to have a few new outfits for when school started. And that was my first day of school outfit, my Easter Sunday outfit.
Awesome.
So my grandma sends me this dress, my mama. It was yellow, it had lace, and even at a very young age, like I went through my girly phase, but I wasn't overly girly. And I was so upset about this dress. I'm like crying before church. And I am like so upset. I'm like, I'm not going to walk in on my fashion runway Easter Sunday wearing this dress. So I made a bargain to my mom. And I said, let me bring one of my dresses, the dress I wanted to wear.
Yeah.
And because she's like, man, Mom really wants to see you in this dress. I was like, let me bring my dress. And if I can get 5 people by the time before church starts to say that my dress was a better choice, then I get a change. Within minutes of entering that church, I had convinced more than 5 people to allow me to change my dress.
Hilarious.
And
hilarious.
I ran to that bathroom. I changed my dress and I never saw that dress again. I don't know where it went. I'm sure we donated it, but I convinced. So I've always been a little bit picky of my clothes.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good way to like express yourself. I think it's a good way to show your creativity. I can't color a picture. I can't sing a song. I can't play on the piano. My way of expressing creativity, I can't dance. You've seen that. My way of expressing creativity is through my clothes. Mm-hmm. And I think I've always been able to do that. And then I think the other kind of match to that is what I said of like, it's helped me through my insecure times to find pieces in clothing that made me feel confident and good about myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. What I love about Ashley is that like your sense of style is like not over the top. You make it very relatable. And you also do things to like, it's for the everyday woman who, you know, maybe wants to dress down, maybe wants to dress things up, maybe wants to change it up just a little bit. And so you're able to kind of put together pieces that I think a person who doesn't really think through their outfits like me, and you will take just a few little things and then like it completely elevates the outfit or just changes the feel of it or the vibe of it. And I absolutely love that.
Thank you. I think it's so important that like fashion throws at us like you have to be, this is in right now. This is in right now. But if it's not something that's authentically you, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're not going to feel confident. And I think anything can be dressed up. Anything can be dressed down. It's just all about like, it's your mood. It's like your outfit is a reflection of your mood. So thank you. I try.
Awesome. So obviously your following is more, especially on Instagram, is more fashion related in terms of more women following you than the other social media platforms out there.
It is not like my secret OnlyFans. I don't.
I know we do get that sometimes.
I know.
Do you have OnlyFans? I'm like, no, sorry.
No,
that's a negative.
How much would you pay them? I'm just kidding.
I mean, really? Are we joking? Not joking.
No,
maybe.
No, I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay. Anyways, what were you saying?
But I do know, we had, I know when we tried to record this before, like we were talking about some of the insecurities that women have when it comes to getting dressed. And so I was asking, you know, what are the common questions, comments that women typically say to you, like either in a comment on a post or in a DM? Because I even know that sometimes women, if they're feeling slightly insecure, they won't comment. They'll respond to you in a DM.
Yeah. I get a lot more DMs, I think, than I do comments. And I'm okay with that. Like, however you're comfortable having a conversation is good with me. I don't think there's like a common insecurity. But one thing I think is very interesting is a lot of times, let's say I show a shirt. I'll get questions of like, is it tight on the arms? I don't like my arms. Or I have really broad shoulders. Like I'm a little bit insecure about them. How does it fit on the shoulders? And they're asking those specific fit questions. And I'm very upfront about like, you know, I'm a little bit thicker on the bottom. This is how it fits there. I'm a little bit this. And because I want women to feel comfortable. We all have our insecurities. We all have things that are maybe a little bit more curvy or a little bit thinner. And it's okay. So I get more questions like that of, you know, how does that fit around your waist? Like I'm postpartum. I'm really struggling with this. Like, how does this fit? And I will I love those questions because for me, that means that the people that are following me, I don't have 100,000 followers, but I have a very good community of women that feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with me and say, hey, I just had a baby. I don't feel comfortable with X, Y, and Z. How would this fit me?
Yeah.
Or I'm coming off a divorce. I want to redo my outfit and my attire. What do you have for me? And I love that because I share my insecurities and vulnerability in hopes that other women can feel comfortable with that with me. Because like you can see a shirt put on a 5'10", beautiful 110-pound model. It's gonna look a lot different on me.
Yeah.
I'm 5'4" on my good day. I'm 5'4", and it is. And to be able to have those honest conversations about our insecurities, I think is really good. I do wish more women would realize how beautiful every shape and size is, but.
Yes.
I could ramble on that for a while.
I know. I think we're all our worst critic about stuff.
100%.
And we overthink things so much.
So just like when I texted you the other day.
Yes, exactly. That's a good one to bring up.
I literally texted Johnette and I had just had a facial treatment done and I had to send before and afters to the esthetician and the clinic that I got it done at. And I said, I texted her, I was like, I am so upset right now. I was like, look at my facial symmetry. And I was like, this and this and this. And she's like,
tearing up her face apart.
Because when you stare at your face for so long, you're bound to find all these things.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, how can I need to immediately change this. And she had to kind of talk me down that ledge because we are our own worst critics. We see things that no one else sees. But when we find those things and we see those things, it's all we can see.
Yeah.
It's all we can see.
We can't unsee it.
No.
It's pretty sad.
It is. I don't like that about us.
I know. Okay, so switching gears a little bit. So we're right smack in the Midwest where it's absolutely freezing right now. So I'm happy for those of you who are watching or listening that are not in nasty, horrible winter weather.
Yeah.
But what would you say? All sides of, besides, your typical staples for seasonal stuff, like what are the top 5 things that you think every woman should own and have in their closet?
Oh, this is a good question.
I know. And it could be like clothing, jewelry, accessories, shoes, like whatever you think that is like a staple, a classic, not going to go out of style. You always, you're like, that's your go-to.
That's your go-to. Okay. Okay. 1 or 2 of these might be a little unconventional. Or may not answer your question exactly, but I'm gonna go for it. The first one is, and it's the hardest one. It's a good pair of jeans. And
oh my gosh, 100%.
It's so hard, and
it is the worst to try and find a good pair of jeans.
Oh. The worst. And I will say, if you have a similar body type to mine, where you're my waist is a little bit smaller than my downstairs. Wild Fable 90s baggy jeans from Target are amazing.
But aren't they really denim thick though? That's my only issue.
They're not stretchy material, which I like. They hold it in. You like the stretchy.
I'll have to try again.
There's a good Amazon brand if you like the stretchy.
Okay.
I would say a good pair of jeans. And I this is what I would say to that. And I know I am more the affordable style. I'm more like, let's find my favorite pair of jeans, I think were $25 from Target.
Oh yeah. And that's the other thing. Following people that send you or direct you to a link to spend $150 on jeans. I am sorry. I am trying to just buy my groceries for the week.
Girl, can I tell you something?
I am not trying to do that.
I commented on a video the other day, and to each their own, and I'm happy people can do this. This woman had this cute, adorable, beautiful bodysuit, and it had just 3 little pearls in between. And I was like, sis, send me that link right now. Guess how much the bodysuit was?
$75.
$235.
Are you joking me right now?
For a bodysuit, I would only wear 1, maybe 2 times.
No, that's a big no. That's ridiculous.
I
Absolutely
thought it was going to be 60, and I was like, maybe I'll splurge. No. Anyways, a good pair of jeans. If you have to get them tailored, get them tailored. Everybody needs that pair of pants that you can pull on and just feel good about yourself. The second one, I would say it's more of a thought process. So I'm single, I'm dating, and no matter what, I want an outfit that I can go to for a date. or whether you're married, maybe it's a girls a date night, or maybe it's a girls night out. It's that go-to outfit for whatever social situation keeps repeating in your life. So that way you don't have to think about it. And I've talked to some of my friends, and they're like, I don't want to date. I feel insecure. I don't feel pretty. I don't feel that. I don't feel this. And I'm like, find one outfit that you look in the mirror like, I look good.
Yeah.
And then that's your date outfit. And I do that, and I will wear it on repeat until I find my man. I have to do date 2.
There you go.
But if you're married, that's your date night outfit, and you just have to find that one outfit. So then you go to girls' night and you feel good about it. I'm very passionate about that. Another one is jewelry. Jewelry for me, it elevates an outfit. So I have a nice pair of hoops, and I say nice, they're cute. Yeah. They're cute. They're from Amazon. I have some good, I did invest a little bit in that tarnish-free jewelry, which I think in the long run does save you money. I really like companies like Ellie Vale. I think it's like Mallory. I have a couple other links on my page where like you pay like maybe $60 for a ring, but they're not tarnishing at all. I've had them for years.
I love your rings.
I love them.
I have to admit, I've clicked on your links multiple times and I've put them in the cart, and then I'm like, I should wait.
I know.
And then I don't get them. But then I see you every week and I'm like, I need those rings.
But think about it. We buy the $10 ring packs from
so
Shein
true.
or Amazon.
And then they get
We're
so
replacing them. And there's something about, I don't feel good about myself, but I love having a lot of rings on.
Rings.
Yes. And so that to me gives me that extra sense of confidence.
Yeah.
So investing or just finding good quality jewelry that you can feel good about. I have one necklace. I wear it all the time. I have one pair of earrings I wear all the time. And maybe I paid $100 for the necklace, which is a little more than I normally would, but it's not tarnishing and it's lasting me. And I wear it almost every day.
Yeah.
So I say jeans, your one confident outfit, jewelry. I would say a good jacket. And by that, I mean something that's like, maybe it's a bomber jacket, a leather jacket. I'm not talking about like a warm winter jacket. I'm like something that you can just layer over everything.
Yeah.
Because you could put on jeans and a hoodie and then put a cute leather jacket over it. And now all of a sudden you went from like casual athleisure to cute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that. And then probably the last one would be one good go-to pair of shoes that go with everything. I have these black platform booty heels that lace up. I got them in the Nordstrom sale one year, and I've had them now for 5 years, and they are my go-to shoe. And the reason I like them is because they match with almost everything.
Yeah.
They're incredibly comfortable. And I think when it comes to fashion, we overthink so much, and we want to get what's trending. We want to get what the person on Instagram has. We want to get what this person. We need to find those 5. And the reason I chose those 5 staples is those are things that are going to make me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
And when I'm having a bad day and I'm not feeling confident, I can put on my hand jewelry and I automatically feel better. Or I can put on that one pair of jeans that fits me like a glove, and
That's
I automatically feel more confident. So it's almost less about what the pieces are, but it's kind of like how they make you feel.
Yeah. That's so true, because even if I wear a pair of jeans that like I haven't worn in a while, or I just don't feel that great in, like I feel awful the rest of the day. Like I just feel like I look like crap.
And we all go back to that one pair that makes us feel so good.
There's one pair of jeans that I have, and I've had them forever. And I probably wear them if I go out, because we since we're content creators, we work from home for the most part.
Yeah.
And so we're normally in like athleisure wear or whatever. And so if I do go, like I think there was one time where I ended up having some appointments throughout the week, and I think I ended up wearing them like 4 times.
I swear.
Like I might as well.
Swear. This is what I used to do this when I was in corporate too. I would have like, I told you, like find that one outfit you feel confident in.
Yeah.
I would wear it to work, and I would see my work people. And then I would wear it to a girls' night, and it would be with my friends. And then I would wear it to church, and it would be with my church people. So I could literally wear this outfit like perfect. 3 days in a row.
Yeah, that's good.
And nobody would know. But it made me feel good about myself. So I did.
The shoes. Okay. So now it's like my black combat boots.
Yes.
I got those boots at Walmart in the girls' shoe section.
If you have smaller feet, do not sleep on the girls' shoe section.
I'm a size 8 and I fit into their 6.
Yeah.
And so I got them. They were cheaper than the adult women combat boots. And I've worn them. I mean, they're a little worn now. I do need to get a new pair. It's been on my list to get. But I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Don't sleep
crazy.
on that. It's insane.
Don't. Yeah.
Good stuff. I like your list. I think those are
Thanks.
really like some good staples.
Thanks.
What do you see? Okay, so now we're getting into the seasonal aspects because
Mm.
a lot of us are in areas where we do have multiple seasons coming up. Obviously right now is the time where people start to try and post some spring things.
Yes.
What are you seeing anything spring trend wise that may be coming around the corner, like for spring break or anything like that?
So it's really interesting because I get to work. My favorite part of my job is that I get to work with just so many different businesses, and that they are starting to send me the spring stuff. So I kind of get like a little sneak peek of like what's coming in.
Yeah.
I see a lot of florals.
Florals.
I know.
Ashley.
I know.
We said
I
no
know.
florals.
And I'm seeing a lot of very, very girly dresses.
Really?
Yes.
That's
and I
so
don't
not
know if
me.
this is just the people that I'm working with or what. I will say, in addition to that, just trends I've seen, I think lace is going to come in again. I think micro shorts are going to still be in. If you have the legs for them, I love you. Good. Do it. You don't want to see me in some micro shorts.
Yeah.
Another trend I think that I've seen coming in, and I really like this one. It's minimal holes in our jeans. So it's maybe one small hole.
Yes.
I think we got a little holy with our pants. And as much as we loved it, I think because too, like our tops are becoming more oversized. We're wearing our pants oversized. So if you add the oversized top, the oversized pants, the holes in your pants, it doesn't quite look as put together. But I'm a big believer of if you like it, wear it.
Yeah.
But I do like that trend of coming in of just a little bit of a cleaner hole in it. So I love lace. I'm super happy to see that's coming in for spring. I think denim skirts will be back in. I've seen a lot of denim
Really?
skirts. Yeah, I couldn't get something
don't
about.
know.
I think it's because it takes us back to like 2005, like when we. So I think denim skirts will be a lot back in, and it takes me to like my thighs are rubbing together. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, I need some shorts to have a little buffer between the legs.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I
don't like skirts in general. So
yeah. It's hit or miss for me.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about
I
that.
think the last thing I've seen is I think we're gonna see micro shorts, but I also think we're gonna see more mid thigh shorts this summer and spring, which I don't mind.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk around and seeing people's ass cheeks hanging
No.
out. So
No.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, especially in Indiana. Sorry, that was bad. I'm just saying.
We're just also, it's winter's tough on us here. Okay.
Oh, it does.
We're pale. We're not feeling our best.
We feel like horrible. It's -5 out. We don't even want to go outside to even go to the gym to work out because you have to put on 5 million layers just to leave your place.
Yeah.
So it really stinks. And then it makes you super depressed.
Yes, it does.
Now I know why people try to take off in the winter in Indiana.
I know. I know this is controversial, but I will go to a tanning bed like 2 times a month.
Oh, I have.
Give me that vitamin D.
I need it. I need something once a week. I'm literally the whitest Puerto Rican ever.
And it's like crack. It's like, do you remember when I messaged you after? I was like, I just went tanning the vitamin D hit. I'm so energized. I'm going to take over the world. So good. I'm like, remember that conversation we had in 2002? I'm about ready to divulge the whole thing again. I swear. Oh my God. Vitamin D to us right now is like crack. Anyways, that was a tangent. Sorry.
I want to talk about real quick the tops that we have on because they're so cute.
Yes. Okay. So these are from Dutch Girl Shop. If anyone's watching, I'm going to stand up because mine is, it's more cut like this. I wore it more casual with my camo pants. If you've watched the show, you've seen 1,000 of them. Jay's is a little more peplum, which I told her it feels bigger than it actually looks. So she's like, this is so girly. I was like, I promise it doesn't look that girly. But these
super comfortable though.
I swear. So Dutch Girl Shop is a newer boutique I started working with. She is a woman who lives in Indianapolis. She's a mom. She has a 9-to-5, but she has a passion for fashion. And so she started this shop and I love it. Everything in her shop is amazing. It is like boutique prices. So obviously it's more expensive than Amazon, but I feel like the quality on these are really, really good.
They're
and
great.
She has great taste. This is from it. If you're watching, this little cheetah jacket is from it. I have some other stuff on my Instagram that's also from her. I love her. And one thing about me is, as much as I love Amazon and Target and easy shopping, I love a small business and I will support them as much as possible.
Absolutely.
And Dutch Girl Shop is an amazing one to support.
And I've seen a lot of the things that you've posted from her shop, and they're so cute. And what I like is that they're in style, they're modern, they're sleek, but they're also good staple pieces.
Yes.
And so for a long period of time, I just stopped shopping in general because I felt like the boutique world, it was just overkill in terms of the styling and some of the things that were just not, it was just way too much. And
it was overly trendy. So it was in one season, out the other.
Literally way over trend. And then afterwards, then you would get all the things. And then next season they're out. And then you look at past photos and you're like, I can't post that again.
Yeah. Like that
is so dated right there.
Very 2023.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's like you can't do that. But with hers, I look like I see her pieces and I can see them lasting for multiple seasons, which is great.
Yes. She has the occasional trend piece, but 99% of her store is going to be things that you can wear season after season, year after year. And I love that. And I'm biased because I really just adore her. She's just a good person. And I love that. And I think one of my I could say 1,000 favorite things about what I do is just working with these small businesses and getting the opportunity to see behind the scenes and all they have to do. And she's like, I would go over to her, I'll pick, and like how it kind of works is she's like, go look at my site, see what you like. Here are some things coming in, and I'm able to pick things that are authentically to me. And then I'll meet up with her, and I was able to see like her back room and how she stores. And it's just so cool because you're walking into a house that it could be anyone's house.
Yeah.
And she has in her little closet, she has all of her boutique stuff. And it's like, you're watching this person that like, I don't even really know, but like her passions are living out. She's living out her dreams. She's working her 9 to 5, and she's coming home and she's working what makes her excited. And I love that. And she's not the only one. I work with another one. She is Neve. They're also locally owned, online only. Both of these are online only, and they have a lot of pop-ups. She is Neve is owned by 2 local Indianapolis, Greenwood. I think they're in Greenwood women, and they have also adorable stuff. And it's just, and they're just so fun to work with, and they're so supportive. And it's like you send content back to like a big corporation, like, oh yeah, that was great, thanks. And then you send content back to someone who it's like, it's their livelihood, and they're like, this is amazing. Like it is such a different response. And it's just, I don't know. I love small businesses. So
it's great. Yeah. Well, I think we love small businesses because we are one.
True.
So
exactly.
We get how the small business grind is for sure.
Yeah.
I think what we'll also do is the boutiques that you mentioned, and also just to Ashley's, because you have an Amazon storefront, and then you're also on Instagram, you're obviously on TikTok, and then you're somewhere else where you post your outfits.
I have a Like to Know It, and then I do have a Pinterest that I need to get back keeping up with, but I do try to keep up a lot of just style and stuff on there.
So what I'll do is with every podcast that comes out, we send an email out just kind of with the topics of what we're talking about along with the links. So we'll go ahead and include all of Ashley's information and the boutiques she also mentioned. So if you guys have any questions and want to check them out, feel free to do that. And then on top of it, we're going to be adding Behind the Filter podcast onto Substack this week as well. So we're going to go ahead and add that link too. So Substack is just another media outlet in terms of social media. It's more for podcasts, bloggers, journalists, that kind of stuff. And we're going to be doing lots of different stuff with the podcast this year. So we just thought throwing that extra piece out of information. So you can subscribe there, or you can subscribe on our website as well for more information. But that'll be all coming soon this week. So lots of fun stuff.
We're excited.
You just got a double dose of, 2 different backgrounds in this podcast episode, and us saying, we're human.
Exactly.
Wait till in a couple of weeks when we have to record stuff and Ashley and I are getting stuff done to our face. We're going to look really hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. And we're going to start going live.
Yes.
So we'll be in events around the city, and yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
truly
coming.
Unfiltered here, and that's what we're here for.
100%. So make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Where else? Where else are we? Now we're not going to be Substack. My personal website is JohnetteCruz.com, where you'll find all this information as well. Oh, did I mention YouTube? I'm on X. We're everywhere. Okay. Oh, Lemonade.
I know. I need to start
Pinterest.
posting on there.
All the things.
Yeah.
we're just trying to get, we're safekeeping because we
Yeah.
absolutely love TikTok. But if this goes away, I'm going to lose my mind because that's my favorite platform. And I already had a mental breakdown once already. We can't do it again. So
No, not today.
I know. All right. Well, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.